Crack a bottle, let your body waddle. Crack a bottle.
Alright, Steel Wings, listen up. We had a rough season of the GBA. Does that mean we're a bad team? No. Does that mean we're to be taken lightly in the PGL? No. Does that mean we're not a force to be reckoned with? Never. I'm looking at all you guys. You too, Miss Bloodroot. We're here to take this home to the city. Crimson City. Now, Jupiter, CT, both looking ready for battle in those vests that you guys bought. Walnut, did you take your energy pill? No? Then it must be that overcoat that's keeping you awake right now. Amor, I'm glad you fixed your sagging pants. Your new belt looks great. Bloodroot, you're grounded and seated and ready to fight. And lastly, Instigator, that scarf you're wearing will be our key to victory. Just because we're new to the competitive metagame doesn't mean we should be taken lightly. We're going to take this Week 1 victory home to Crimson City. Let's go, Steel Wings! What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and today your Detroit Steel Wings are here with Week 1 of the Pokemon Global League, or PGL. Link to the Twitter for the account will be in the description, as well as the links to the Twitter and the YouTube of all the coaches that are participating in this season. And today, Week 1, we are going up against Fugio and the Pennsylvania Brelooms. So if you guys are excited, be sure to smash that like button. And as always, if you're new to the city, hit that subscribe button. If you're not proudly sporting your Detroit Steel Wings merch, link for that will be in the description as well. So you guys saw the team builder. If not, I'm just going to show you guys the team really quickly. We've got Amor, we're bringing Bloodroot, CT Fletcher, Instigator, Walnut, and Jupiter. Link to the team builder, pregame conference, whatever you want to call it, will be in the description. And we're going to go on ahead and hop right on into this. And unfortunately enough for us, what ended up happening was that mid-recording of the battle, my power went out. So we decided there was so much things that went involved, swung one way or another as far as percentages and chances go. We're going to recreate this game completely. So I'm going to lead off with, he is bringing the Sableye, Honchkrow, Chinchino, Sock, Mega Manectric, and the Donphan. I still have my notes here from that. I'm going to lead off with Bloodroot. I've got no reason not to. Got absolutely no reason not to. So like I said, guys, link to Fugio's Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description. Go check him out. He's a great battler. He is definitely, he puts a lot of work into his channel, lots of editing. He was telling me right before this that, he had to postpone it just because he was editing so much. So he does have passion in what he does. Leads off with Striker, the Mega Manectric. I'm going to lead off here with Bloodroot. I've got no reason now not to go for a Sludge Bomb. We walled this thing completely. Absolutely no reason not to go for a Sludge Bomb here. So he Mega Evolves, we Mega Evolve. It's going to be a Mega on Mega first turn action. And now, we could have let off with the Crocodile seeing this, but I've got no reason not to. Nothing on this team save the Honchkrow really can touch me because of how bulky I am. And this thing might try to pop an HPS, this thing might try to pop an Overheat. Goes for the Volt Switch, not a bad play. If I had to assume something he'd go out into, I would say it would be the Honchkrow. If I had to assume something. So we see the Volt Switch on there. Write that down really quick. Alright. Honchkrow, pretty much the only thing on his team, he's got the Donphan and he's got the Sableye that both resist the Sludge Bomb. Other than that, it's going to do a hefty damage amount to Sock. It's going to do a lot to the Chinchino. Sableye, if we can snag a poison on that, that'd be really good. If not, no big deal, because I don't think Sableye has much he wants to do to me. Other than potentially Will-O-Wisp me. If not, no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. The Honchkrow would be his best bet. He could think I'm going for a Giga Drain here. He actually goes out into Dumbo, which is going to be the Donphan. We're going to be able to pop a Sludge Bomb on this thing, and then we can go for Giga Drains, because I've got no reason not to do that. Sludge Bomb does have a 30% chance to poison, and we snag that poison. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we see the leftovers on the Donphan. That's important to note that. So that way we can take care of that. So he's going to be a bulky. He's probably going to be a physically defensive Donphan, which means he's not going to like a Giga Drain. He's not going to like a Giga Drain. He can go out to the Honchkrow, predicting the Giga Drain. But Giga Drain's our safest play right now, and I've got no need to get super risky, super I've got no need to play like that. I can just sit in. I can go. He withdraws Dumbo, probably going into the... goes out into Fedora to take this Giga Drain, which is going to be absolutely fine. The Sludge Bomb would have been good, but we see that Giga Drain does about 20%. So we are going to be able to get back up to full after the Volt Switch, which is fine. We see the leftovers on the Honchkrow as well, which is also okay. This thing's going to be physically defensive. I've got no reason not to go out into Walnut to take this Brave Bird. Got absolutely no reason not to. Goes for the Brave Birds. That's going to be neutral on us. He's going to take Recoil, Rocky Helmet damage on top of that. It's absolutely fine. So it's going to bring him down to half. The leftovers will bring him back up, though. Seeing how he is a bulky variety, if he wants to go for the Roost, he can. I'm going to set up the rocks right here. He could hard switch out. He's going to withdraw the Fedora, and he's going to go out into what I assume is going to be the Don Fan. Actually goes out into Striker. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. So he's going to intimidate us. And he's probably going for the Overheat. How well does Crocodile take an Overheat, I wonder? I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk that. Go for the EQ, and then he switches in. Because then that reveals that we are choiced. So my safest play is go into Blood Root. We're especially defensive. We can take this Overheat, definitely. And he's going to want to switch out of this. So we get a free Sludge Bomb off him whenever we want. Goes for the Flamethrower, actually, not the Overheat. So we're going to take that like a champ. Oh, look at that thick, fat ability. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now I can just sit in and I can go for a Sludge Bomb on whenever I want to. Because I can't, actually. He's going to Thunderbolt me, actually. That's resisted. So I go for the Sludge Bomb here. That's probably going to put him. It's probably going to do about 40%, I'd say. That does a little bit more. That leaves him at 40%. So we've got no reason not to go for a Sludge Bomb. I see him Volt Switching out. There it is. There's the Volt Switch. A hard switch into Croak would have been perfect there, but if not, we are a little under half, which I'm not worried about. Not worried about that, because we can always Giga Drain back up. I see him going out in the Dumbo. There it is. So after Rocks damage, after the Sludge Bomb, and then after a Giga Drain, we're going to be back up. We're going to be sitting pretty good as far as our health goes. That's going to bring him down to 40%. Lefties come off, which is fine. It's absolutely okay. Toxic damage is going to be a thing, or poison damage, I should say. And I can just sit here, and I can go for a Giga Drain. Goes for the Ice Shard. We resist it. It's going to be fine. That brings us down to a little under half. The Giga Drain's going to bring us back up just a pinch over half. So Venusaur Giga Drains the Don Fan. So his spinner's gone. So there's that. Goes out into Sock, actually. Now, looking at his team, let's go into Sock. Let's make him Choice Banded just for shits and giggles. A Close Combat does 43% with an Adamant Choice Band. My Sludge Bomb does 60%. A Giga Drain does 50%. So, I can take 40%, Giga Drain back up. Sludge Bomb does 60%. I'm going to go for a Giga Drain. I don't think he's got the Close Combat. It actually goes for the EQ. So you're going to Giga Drain. Earthquake does a little under half. Giga Drain is going to bring us back up to half. That is going to do enough. Another Giga Drain will knock this thing out, which I'm okay with. Withdraws the Sock, goes into something to take the E, goes out into something to take this Giga Drain. Fedora's going to take 25% to Rocks and then not appreciate a Giga Drain. And now Giga Drain did quite a bit last time. How much is this? Not a high roll. So now we can keep... No, we've got... So let's see here. Sock has EQ. Now he can go for a Roost here, predicting the switch. Or he can sack this thing off. Because as of right now... So let's see. Haunch Crow. Brave Bird still does 100%. And he's going to outspeed. Now the question is, do we... I don't want to play too risky and lose Mega Venusaur. I'm going to switch out into Walnut. I'm going to keep Mega Venusaur around. I need it for the Mega Manectric, just as a wall, just for some reason in case Crocodile isn't around. It's probably going to go for the Roost here, now that I made the switch. Goes for the Roost. We could have went for the Sludge Bomb, knocked it out. However, that is fine, because we can Toxic Poison this thing, which I'm okay with, because he'll just take Rocky Helmet and recoil damage. And nothing on this team right now is currently statused. So I can just go for a Toxic right here, that's fine. Goes for the Brave Bird. He's going to take Rocky Helmet damage, he's going to take recoil damage, and he's going to get Toxic Poison. He's going to take 6% to Toxic. The crit! That crit is huge! So he takes Rocky Helmet, he takes recoil. Now he can't go for another attacking move without Rocky Helmet damage and Poison taking over. So I feel like he's got to go for the Roost here. Now, let's see here. Honchcrow's max speed, if Jolly, is going to be 135. And we are bringing our Raikou as 167. So how well do we take a superpower from a Honchcrow if he's carrying that? Superpower to 65, and then we proceed to switch back into Walnut. So we can switch Walnut out. If he's got the Pursuit, which he does not, that would be good. If he decides to go for another Brave Bird here, if he decides to go for a superpower to get damage off, he'll be fine. Jupiter can take that. He's going to go for the Brave Bird, so we do resist that. He's going to take more recoil damage, and he's going to take... The Brave Bird should do about half. Does a little bit over half. So he's going to take the recoil damage. Toxic damage is going to be a thing. And looking at his team, since he doesn't have the Thunderous, we can freely Volt Switch out right here. He could have the Sucker Punch. How much is that going to run? How much is that going to run me? Sucker Punch is going to knock... he's not too offensive. He's not too offensive. I'll go for the Volt Switch here. Goes for the Sucker Punch. Not a bad play. That should not take me out. It does take me out, actually. Okay. So let's see here. So that was a miscalc on my part. Moxie boost on that. Not a bad thing. So he's got Moxie. Let's keep that in mind. Honchcrow. Sucker Punches Raikou. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And I cannot take a Brave Bird, can I, at +1? I cannot. A little bit of an issue. I can, however, go out into CT Fletcher and go for a Mach Punch. Because we can live a Sucker Punch. We can live a +1 Sucker Punch, if I am correct, in my calculations. Do about half. Do about half. So I can go for a Mach Punch here. That's fine. Goes to the Sucker Punch. That's okay. It should do about 48%. He is not super offensive. We are super bulky. Mach Punch will take that thing out. Conk, Mach Punch, Crow. So now the threat to my Mega Venusaur is out of here, too. Which I'm okay with as well. Goes out in the Chinchino, I still have the Mach Punch, and double Mach Punch will take that guy out. Goes down to the Sableye. So he does take the Rocks damage. And I'm really hoping he goes for... Will-O-Wisp. Really hoping for that. Hell, I'd take a Swagger right now, actually. Actually, no, I don't want a swagger. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp. We do connect the Will-O-Wisp. Awesome. So we're going to be able to hold that burn really well with that Guts ability. Knockoff's going to take this guy out. Pretty close to taking him out, actually. Pretty close to taking him out. If he decides to switch to preserve this thing, if he decides to... I just go for another knockoff. He can go for a recover here. Goes for the recover, so let's see. Is knockoff going to kill? He's going to be a little bit above half. Let's see. So we see the Willow. We see the recover. So an Ice Punch should kill, actually. I'll go for an Ice Punch here. Goes for the recover again. Ice Punch is a higher base attack, right? It's got 10 higher. That should knock... Oh my gosh, that does not knock him out. Are you kidding me? We're taking pointless burn damage for absolutely no reason. I'm going to go for another Ice Punch here. He can go for the recover. We're going to knock him out with this Ice Punch. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. It's so annoying. Should have went for the Ice Punch the second time. We would have knocked him out. We wouldn't have taken another 12% to burn. And we know now that the Mega Manectric, so even if it decides to switch into something like that to drop the attack, that's fine. That is fine. Goes for the recover. We're going to be able to knock this thing out. We're going to be able to knock him out. I'm confident. If this thing keeps stalling me right now, it is going to be hell of a problem to deal with. Come on, Ice Punch. Get a high roll. Thank you. Thank you. Conk, Ice Punch, Sableye. Now we're down in the red. Great. Great. So we still have our physical wall. In case he decides to go into Sock. We still have... I want to keep CT Fletcher around for the Chinchino. Actually, once the Sock is gone, I feel comfortable actually going into... who's got the higher speed? At a max value. Metric has 205. Chino's got 183. If I can get you to +1. If I can get you to +1, an Earthquake will knock you out. So let's see about Sock. So now I'm burned too. So Mach Punch will do over half. Mach Punch will kill. Mach Punch will kill this thing. Alright, cool. So Conk now. Conk's got 3 right now. So now we could sack off Conk and go into... goes that into Striker. Honestly... Gets the Intimidate drop. That's fine. We can go for another Mach Punch here. Conk will pick it up. Conk will pick it up. I'm okay with that. So Conk's gonna go down. So we can go into Instigator here. And after Rock's damage, we have a very strong chance of one-shotting this thing. Got an 87% chance to one-shot this thing. So let's fingers crossed for that high roll. Statistically, we should have this. Statistically, we should have this right here. Yes! And that is going to knock out the final Pokemon of the Pennsylvania Brelooms, bringing your Detroit Steel Wings to a 1-0 record in the PGL. If you guys are excited, be sure to smash that like button. And as always, if you are new to the city, hit that subscribe button as well. Be sure to check out Fugio's Twitter and YouTube in the description. All that being said, my name is Crimson CBAD, and I will talk to you all soon. Later.